Hello everyone, welcome to chapter 2 of Mr. Gum and the Secret Hideout. And in chapter 1 we met the monstrous villain, Mr. Gum, and his dreadful butcher accomplice, Billy William III. So now it's chapter 2, the Department of Clouds and Yogurts. Later that day, a 9-year-old girl and an oldish fellow in a nice friendly hat were sitting in the town square watching something very peculiar. It was the clouds. Every now and then one cloud would just fall out of the sky, floosh, and land on the ground. See? Very peculiar indeed. Now, the 9-year-old girl was Polly, and the oldish fellow was Friday O'Leary. And if you're thinking, who even cares about them? Not me. I like stories with heroes in, not stories with some idiotic little girl and a bloke who's named after a day of the week. Then, I'm afraid you've just made an astonishing fool of yourself. Because Polly and Friday were heroes. They were two of the best heroes the town of Lamanick Bibber had ever seen. They were brave as bees, as true as trees, as cheerful as cheese, and as knowledgeable as knees. Not so clever now, are you? Floop. Poof. Another cloud flopped out of the sky and landed on a hen, startling it so much that it accidentally laid an egg out of its mouth. And here's proof. Here's the picture. Said Polly. She had a worried expression on her face, and Friday had a bit of strawberry yoghurt on his face. Friday loved yoghurts. Frides, said Polly at length, do you know what I'm a-thinking? Maybe, said Friday hopefully. Are you thinking I ought to go and buy Friday an enormous yoghurt? He deserves it. No, replied Polly. I'm a-thinking there's something well strange going on with them clouds up there. I never gone down seen 'em falling out the sky before. It can't be no good. That's what I says. Yes, said Friday thoughtfully. Well, that was interesting, he continued. Now let's go and get some delicious yoghurts and not think about it ever again. But Frides, if we just ignore them clouds, who knows what might happen? Frowned Polly. Just imagine, without no clouds, there won't be no rain. Without no rain, the grass won't grow. Without no grass, the cows will die. Without no cows, there won't be no milk. And without no milk, there won't be any yoghurts, cried Friday in alarm as another cloud fell down with a soft, furry, flopping bang somewhere in the distance. We've got to do something, Polly. We've simply got to. Exactly, said Polly. So I was thinking, why don't we start up an office and do some investigations? The truth is a lemon meringue, yelled Friday, as he sometimes liked to do. I've always wanted to work in an office. It was true. Friday O'Leary had done all sorts of jobs in his time. He had been an inventor, a travelling musician, a sailor, another sailor, an American footballer, a fashion model, a Lego model, the King of Sweden, the Queen of Sweden, the first man never to have walked on the moon, a jet pilot, a detective, a mountaineer who explored mountains, a fountaineer who explored fountains, a ninja, a stunt car racer, a film star, an earthworm tamer, a famous French chef called Monsieur Canard, a TV presenter, and also, and most excitingly, a professional apple. Oh, but all those jobs were completely boring. boring, said Friday, jumping up so high he almost hit the sun with his face, narrowly missing it by the merest 149.599 million kilometres. Oh, what I've always wanted is to work in an office. It's my dream. That's the life for me. So Friday went home and got some planks and nails, and after a few hours of hammering and saying, "Oof, ouch, I just hit my thumb with a hammer," there they were, sitting in their brand new office in the town square. It was so cool. There was a big desk with some pens and, get this, a stapler on it. And there was a clock on the wall so you could see what time it was. And a broken clock next to it so you could see what time it wasn't. And there were some chairs to spin around on, and a photocopier so you could copy words, 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 and a photocopier so you could copy words. Stop playing with that photocopier, Frides, said Polly, and help me think up a brilliant name for our new office. Then we can get started on our investigations. Okay, said Friday, I've got it. How about the Department of Clouds and Yogurts? It was a brilliant name, apart from the yogurt bit. But Friday loved yogurts, and he wouldn't give in, so that's what they called it. Polly went home and got some paint, and together she and Friday made a wonderful sign to hang above the office door. Here it is. The Department of Clouds and Yogurts, established 15 minutes ago. After it was painted, Polly added some glitter and stickers of hearts and ponies around the words, and Friday hung some broccoli from it for good luck. It looked excellent, and if you looked at it twice, it looked twice as excellent. But if you looked at it 3 times, it still only looked twice as excellent, which just goes to show even excellent things can get a bit boring if you look at them too much. Then Friday went and bought suits and ties for them both, and then they sat at the desk with their hands folded in front of them, looking extremely serious. "Now, Mr. Friday," said Polly, "I've done some investigations in my head, and I reckons all the clouds are probably being mucked up 'cause of bad pollution in the air." "Exactly, Mr. Polly," said Friday, who wasn't listening, but was, in fact, busy sharpening his tie in the electric pencil sharpener. "So, we gots to work out where all of them pollutions is coming from," said Polly. "That is our first job." "Yes," agreed Friday. "That's our first job." "Yes," said a voice in the corner. "That's our first job." "Who said that?" said Polly. "It was I," cried a man, jumping out of the waste paper basket. "I'm surprising Ben. I pop up here, I pop up there. Surprise, surprise, I'm everywhere." And away he ran, giggling like a tortoise. "That was quite surprising," said Friday, "but now it's time to get to work. I have here a map of Lamanic Bibber," he said, unrolling a huge map from his sock. "Now, look carefully, Mr. Polly. I drew this map myself many years ago. See, here's the proof. Here's my signature in the corner." And there it was, drawn by Friday Leonardo O'Leary, November the 14th, 1973. "I don't want to sound boastful or anything," said Friday modestly, "but this is probably the most incredible map anyone's ever drawn in the history of all human existence and all maps ever. Look, Every street, every house, every hill in Lamanic Bibber. It's all there. Now, he continued, we will go looking for the pollution. We will work systematically. We will investigate a little of the town each day. Then we will come back and colour in bits of the map to show we've investigated them. That is systematic. And also, we'll do it because we like colouring things in. Hurrah! Laughed Polly, clapping her hands. Floop. Buff. A big wheezy cloud flopped out of the sky and landed right outside the office. There's no time to waste, Mr. Friday, said Polly, as the poor bit of weather was licked up by a stray baby. We'd better start doing our investigations. And that was the end of chapter 2. Next time, it's chapter 3. The Badsters Yick It Up. See you soon, everyone.